my name is Lorelei Ray. I'm an artist, author, and art educator. Today's workshop is going to be about the Aznic motifs that are found on some of the Aznic panels inside of the mosque. Let's get started. So here are the materials we'll be using. This is the compass. This is very important for our workshop. You need this for all of the foundations. I use Jacquard brand. This is a very sturdy brand, but not too heavy. This is a very important part, this stabilizing wheel. It also lets you open and close it quickly and prevents, the legs from slipping out. I use a mechanical pencil, 0.5, but you can use a normal pencil, which is why there is the pencil sharpener here, vinyl eraser. I also have kneadable eraser here. This will help you erase without having any bits around. It can also be used to stick it can be used as masking tape. Take a little piece, you stick it down with your tracing paper and the paper doesn't move. Here is the rotring ink that I used for the outlines on our motifs. You can use any ink as long as it says it's waterproof, water resistant. That's important. Masking tape to put down our tracing paper. I have two kinds of watercolor. So whatever watercolor you prefer, mine my very messy palette. This is Winsor & Newton Professional Grade watercolor. And I also have in the tube by Schminke. Here are some different brushes. These are all natural sable and Kolinsky brushes. I prefer these. Ones I prefer right now are the Rubloff brand. This is the 1010 Kolinsky. This is size 3 and size 4. Also, ProArt makes a very nice brush. This is a size 6. Also, you need a ruler. Nothing special. I prefer mine see-through. I have some fine liners over here. These aren't necessary. I use these when instructing students so you can see the difference between my lines. And let's quickly talk about tracing paper. So usually I buy it in rolls. I don't buy it in sheets, but that's because I'm using odd-shaped tracing paper. I prefer to just rip it off. This is probably about 20 to 25 GSM. We don't want it too thick and we don't want it too thin. Too thick we can't see through, too thin it rips too easily. When it comes to paper, you can use your sketchbook. I have my sketchbook right here. This is just natural, normal kind of cartridge paper from Sketchbook, so it's multimedia. All of the motifs that we do today will fit inside of A4, so you don't need to worry about that. Also, you can use something like marker paper because we are using marker. You can see here one of the motifs. Marker doesn't really go through the back, so it's great to use. It's also semi-see-through, semi-transparent, so that's a quality I like about it. Also, I do have some flowers here. I'll be doing a demonstration purpose. This is the carnation. And then I have 3 tiles here. I wanted you to see what the real deal kind of looks like. The different colors, the cobalt, the turquoise, and the red. Now, what are we looking at today? We are looking at the Aznic motifs that can be found inside of the Sheikh Zayed Mosque. So here is one of the examples of the panels. There are quite a few panels in Sheikh Zayed Mosque. These are Tree of Life motifs, as we call them. The first motif we're going to do today is this one, which is a pench motif, and I'll explain that more. We will also do a tulip. So when we're talking about the different motifs, there are different ways to look at the flowers or how the craftspeople would have looked at the flowers. So we have a bird's eye view, so to speak, where you're looking at the flower from above. And then we have a profile view. So that is mainly how our motifs are drawn, from one angle or the other, from above or from the side. So when we're looking at the pinch motif, here we're drawing it from above. So this is the motif mentioned here. This is the finished one that we are going to work towards. Here I have used the traditional colors, but you are not tied to that necessarily. So let's get going on making the motif. questions or comments or concerns, please put them in the comments below the actual video, and I'll try my best to answer them all. Also, you can share your artworks with the hashtag that the Sheikh Zayed Mosque will be providing us during the video. And thank you for spending a little bit of time with me today. Have a good day.